Good morning. Oh, am I live? I am live. Good to see everyone. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. How long before America is an Islamic state? Now you're talking, Davey. Now you're talking. Send Hiller a link too. I would love for Hiller to come on. Tia's back. I know that's cool, right? That's cool. I'm really excited. I think I'm on the Tia train. Definitely on the Tia train. Tia Toomey Ur. I'm definitely on the Tia train. For those of you who don't know, Tia Toomey is fittest woman on the planet. Heidi, good morning, lads. I'm in Eureka, Montana, building a church. Love y'all. Oh, that's cool. Slash hunting for strong, sexy man to live happily ever after with, under the guise of building a church. But I understand. Okay, what are the topics? Fikowski on Froning. War with Iran, war with Iran, war. Oh, is this supposed to say? Does this say this is a Greg Glassman show? Greg was supposed to come on today. I'm always sober. What are you talking about? Are you sober today? How many shows have I done? I'm yeah, my back is tight. War with Iran. Oh, what are some other topics that we could talk about today? Um, anyone? Um, oh, Greg's not coming on this morning. You're free. You're free. You're free. You are free. Oh, Liver King arrested. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Liver King. Oh man, I feel so bad for him. I am really curious. I'll never forget. You know, it was I don't know. It was like early in my relationship with Hiller, and we were talking about steroids, and he had told me about this drug. The short name is they call it Tren. I think Tren. Tren, but I think it has a different name, like trenbendazole or something. Steroids. Let me see if I can find the exact name for it. Oh, trenbolone. Trenbolone, often referred to as tren, is a powerful synthetic steroid originally designed for veterinary use. Oh shit, to promote muscle growth and appetite in livestock. It's used illegally by some bodybuilders and athletes. What does that mean? Illegally. Trenbolone. Oh, for why do I wanna put a Z in there? Is there one is this the right one? Is there one with a Z? Trenbolone. It's Tren bologna, Bolone. Trenbolone. Like trenbolone acetate is utilized in the cattle industry to boost muscle mass and feed efficiency. Anabolic effects, promotes protein synthesis, anyway, um, Andrew told me that that drug will make you so fucking paranoid. He said that, you could be locked in a room with the door closed with your girlfriend for 2 weeks while on that shit, and you'll still think she snuck out and cheated on you, even though there would be no way. And I thought that was such a good example when he told me that. I was like, "Wow, that's paranoia." Tren and benzo. Trenbenzolone. Uh, so Liver King, get arrested. Um We could watch, Trump's press conference. Oh, when is that? Is that happen is it he has a press conference today? How did I miss that? I need some words of wisdom from Daddy Trump, Grandpa Trump. Ask Mitchell Hooper. Um, uh, Hiller and Taylor going hard on Metfix. Oh, Hiller and Taylor going hard on Metfix. But so Fikowski, war with Iran, Liver King, um, Metfix. So did we miss the targets in Iran or what? And, Pat will be updating us on everything CNN is saying. I listened to CNN yesterday again for hours. It's funny. They keep talking about how the target wasn't damaged and they're months away from getting up and going. After they dropped 12 bunker busters on Trenbendelone, on the Trenbendelone nuclear site. What's that place called? Trenbolone nuclear reactor site, Trenbolone or Iran, Nordo. Oh, dude, you know that's coming. That there's going to be like a hit of Molly at the next rave you go to, David Weed, and it's going to be called what was the name of that site? Nordo or Fordo? It'll be called Fordo pills, little nuclear blast, and those will be like the super Molly. Dude, have you tried the new Fordo ecstasy at the fucking Ibiza, dude? It's the shit. You know it's coming. Mr. Kevin, some dude asked me if I was on trend in the Panera parking lot once. That's a Panera? That's like a chain? I've never been to a Panera. Had no idea what it even was. I guess that's a compliment. I'm just that giraffe picture really brings everything in the studio together. I drew that. I did that with colored pencils in my youth. Those are from my harem days. You draw shit like that and you end up with a harem. There's all sorts of like black mold and shit growing on that picture. It's crazy. They have been training for this for 15 years. Those B2s can hit a bottle cap from 50,000 feet. Did you see Kamala is running for governor of California? Oh, there's this story. There's this Sevi, what's today's workout? I was thinking about that in the shower today. What should I do? So I did heavy squat cleans 2 days ago. And yesterday I did 100 thrusters with the 45-pound bar. That was inspired because someone said I should do wall balls. That really kicked my ass. But then afterwards I did I rested a little bit and I did 100 single unders and 5 chest to bar pull-ups for 10 rounds. Then I had a couple margaritas. Oh, wait, did I do that after I had the margaritas? Oh, I did that. I think I did that after I had the margaritas. And then I did the show and I did 15 pull-ups during the show. That was my shoulder was fucked up last night when I went to bed. That was too much. How much? I'll hang it in my gym. How much for what? The picture? No. It's a family heirloom. I have all sorts of artwork back here that I framed that I never put up. My office is crazy. It is a complete shit show. Disaster back here. Oh, is gas going up 60 cents a gallon in California? California gas tax. Can they do that? I keep hearing shit about that. California drivers will see a 1.6 cents per gallon increase in the state's excise tax on gasoline, rising from 59 to 60 cents starting July 1st. Oh, why does everyone keep saying it's going to go up 60 cents? What's an excise tax? California already has the highest gas taxes in the nation, and prices are influenced by factors like oil company costs, profits, as well as state regulations. Yeah, dude, it's all state regulations. I think for every gallon of gas we buy, we pay $1 in taxes. Yeah, you're gonna all my conservative friends, Pat, are telling me that gas is gonna go up 60 cents a gallon. But if you go to NBC Palm Springs, it says there's a lot of confusion swirling around a supposed 65-cent jump in California gas prices coming July 1st, but that figure isn't accurate. Here's what's actually changing. Starting July 1st, California's state gas excise will increase as part of an annual inflation adjustment. The tax will rise from 59.6 cents per gallon to 61.2 cents per gallon, an increase of just 1.6 cents. So where does the 65-cent number come from? Analysts say it likely includes estimated costs tied to California's low carbon fuel standards, a regulation that requires fuel producers to reduce carbon intensity. The LCFS can indirectly impact fuel prices, sometimes by 40 to 65 cents per gallon, depending on market conditions and how refineries adjust to meet rules. The reality for motorists is this: you can expect gas prices to go up slightly starting. Oh, wow. So this article starts off saying it's just a 1.6 cents adjustment. And then, God, the fucking libtards are such scumbags. Then it goes on to say that's different from this, what's called an LCFS, low carbon fuel standard tax that's coming. By the way, this is the people who put this into place are bureaucrats. They're not elected officials. It's some sort of it's some people on the California low carbon fuel standard. So maybe it is going up 60 cents a gallon. Wow. And then they're saying the rest of the price hike chatter is tied to a broader fuel regulations and market forces. Wow. This is just bullshit. Look, the guy looks like me from NBC. Do I look like a libtard? Do I still look like a libtard? Look at him. That sucks. Maybe I do look like Rachel Maddow. You guys need to keep me in check. Rachel Maddow, yeah. Brianna. I am planning on moving back to California. I miss it so much, looking at places in West Hollywood to move into like August or September. West Hollywood, but why? Yeah, good luck. Yeah, why are you doing that? It's $5 a gallon by my house. Barry McCockner says it's $2.97 a gallon where he lives. Yeah, made up tax. Yep. Charge people more money at the pump and the air will get cleaner somehow. Fucking nuts. Jeremy's suggesting this workout: an AMRAP, 10 push-ups, 20 dumbbell snatches, 50 dick. All right. Another workout suggested strict ring dips. Oh, my shoulder would love that. Kettlebell swings, bike, rest, 5 rounds. Rambler. You know the Waymo and Tesla self-driving tech, the missiles use that tech. I mean, yeah, if people are getting if they're self-driving cars, they for sure can drop one of these bombs into it and hit a bottle cap. No problem. No problem at all. 417 where Christine's at. Wow, 247 in New Orleans. Wow. Dude, think about that. That's like free for me. That if they did that, if a gas station did that 50% off of gas, it would go bonkers here. And that's what it is in New Orleans. Pat Lang, 20 cows on the bike, 20 air squats, 20 sit-ups, 5 rounds. Oh, that is good. I like that. That's good. I'd probably have to do something else too. I would need to do like I could do that to warm up with probably. And I need to do a little something else. Rest. I'm excited for the fight. Oh, 229 in Columbus, South Carolina. Dude, I could find gas in California that's $6 a gallon. I'm sure in Big Sur. It's what if you type in most expensive gas in the US? Most expensive gas USA. Oh, well, this isn't true. It says California at $4.65 a gallon. I saw $4.97 yesterday. Average California gas prices, $4.64 in California, $4.87 in Colorado. What's the highest gas price in the US? Yeah, it says $4.82 California. That must be the average. I wonder how much gas is in Big Sur, California. Gas, Big Sur, California, per gallon. I know every time I drive through there, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, $7 a gallon. Oh, $7 to $9 a gallon in Big Sur. Yeah, that's crazy. $9.29. Oh, Mendocino, California gas has gone as high as $10 a gallon. That's nuts. $6.37, $6.70. May 19th in Big Sur, $7.20 a gallon. That's probably 50 miles from my house, I'm guessing. That's fucking nuts. They are in a really isolated spot with really bad roads. Oh god. Do you ever get there's so many fun things going on in your life, you don't know what to do. You're just completely overstimulated. Like um, there's 20 things you wanna do. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, yesterday, I came home from the nursery. I came home from Home Depot, and I was so excited, to put these pavers in and to put some mulch down. But then I also had a couple new fruit trees that I found that I'd never heard of this fruit before that I wanted to plant that I'd gotten, like, a couple days before. And then one of my kids is playing the piano, so I just wanna go sit in there and listen, and then my wife's, like, ready to give me a standee in the closet, and my other kids are on the trampoline, and they wanna show me their new gymnastics, and I wanna read comments on YouTube, and it's like you just have too many, and, like, your best friend's calling on the phone, and, like, you don't even know. Yeah, every day. Yeah, it's crazy. I have too many good things. Like, what do I do? Bukowski, war with Iran, Liver King arrested, uh, Metfix, uh, uh, issues, and then gas prices. Like, everywhere I look, there's fun shit. Greg texted me so yesterday, I was at Greg's house, and I walked out onto his patio, and I was like, "Oh, shit, dude," and he goes, "What?" I'm like, "Hey, dude, there's a skunk really close." And he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Dude, I smell it. It's, like, really, really, really close." Like, it's, like, might be we might be standing on top of it. It might be under this deck. We were out on his patio. And then this morning, I get a text from him. He goes, "Hey, I have to cross town right now and take my dog somewhere to get it washed. It got sprayed by a skunk." And he has this big, crazy, like, sheepdog thing. It's the coolest fucking dog. His dog's name is DOG. 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 A great name, right? Anyway, so DOG got sprayed by a skunk. I wanna go, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go over someone sent me a time code. I'm gonna, I wanna listen to this. The world's my oyster. I heard the good stuff happens at 34. So we'll call this the, Rich Froning podcast weekend review. Okay, here we go. 3358, Rich Froning. Here we go.
Independent action to override competition. And then also,
wow, that's good audio.
We want clear rules that are consistently enforced and for athletes to have the ability to impact those. And so that's that second area where we're working on now. It's like, well, how do we get these clear rules? You kind of have to just put it out there for free and see where that goes.
Oh my God, put it out there for free. Revolutionary. You mean bring something to market that has value for people? Insane, Fikowski. Insane. Brilliant idea. How about a one-page write-up also while you're at it, where you tell us all of the techniques you use to stay healthy when you swim in CrossFit swimming events? Don't forget the little mouthwash spray you put in your mouth when you get out of the water.
Down the road. Resource. Damn, that's gonna take some time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tee you up, Brent,
Please.
because I when I was talking to JR, I said I would do this, and this
I
is
want to get into it.
Oh, JR. I think Angelo and JR are very close. Very, very close. They definitely use the same hair product.
and I think this helps you out.
Morning or night?
What?
Like before
This
bed
was- this
or
is
after,
before bed.
after you guys woke up?
No, this wasn't. This was pillow talk, but the eve.
Oh, yeah. Even Rich knows. Wow. Do you see that? Even Rich knows. Look at everyone's sniffing it out. Rich's might even be a little jealousy. I'm not a lot, just a little bit. Jealousy is even too strong of a word. But Angelo is Rich's project and protege, and he senses that Angelo has influence from other mentors, let's say. And Rich also decided to take a jab like myself. All right. My buddy JR it sounds like he's wandered from the flock and made new friends. We're one tribe and the Mayhem guys are another tribe, and Angelo and JR have wandered away from the flock and met each other in the field like lovers. What's that musical with the Filipinos and the Mexicans, and they have to fight each other, and the dude wants to fuck the chick in the wrong gang? What's that called? West Side Story. This is like a West Side Story kind of thing. Yeah, this is. I might even rewind that just to hear Rich's little jab at it too.
And I think this helps you out.
Morning or night?
What?
Like before
This
bed
was-
or
this is
after,
before bed.
after you guys woke up?
No.
A little forced by Rich. His timing was off a little bit on that, which lets you know that he needed to get it out. I respect to Rich. The Puerto Ricans, yeah, the Puerto Ricans. A little West Side Story here. You can see it, right? The two tribes. The tribe JR's in, the tribe Angelo's in. Like wild bulls, one day they wandered off and they ran into each other in the field. Now they've been playing grab ass for about a year now.
Oh, this was pillow talk, but the eve with the first pillow talk, not the second.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think a lot of your biggest problem right now is your buy-in to the PFAA, or really just into the things that you're pushing. Probably the buy-in from people who just disagree with you or think they disagree with you.
Sure.
And I think a lot of it stems from the demands
Yeah.
after the games.
Absolutely.
So,
I can dive into that. If
yeah.
You want.
You guys remember the demands from the games? It was fire Dave. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm misrepresenting it. Not fire Dave, just fire him from this games position. I'm so sorry, I misrepresented that. And then there were two other ones. Imagine that. With no mention of the chip they've had on their shoulder the entire fucking time of just hating Dave and Pikowski wanting Dave's job.
Go for it. Yeah, just
no
like
problem. I
Well
mean,
done.
pardon
Good pillow talk.
Yeah.
yeah,
heady.
Like, well, just like I wanted to ask that, and I wanted to ask
think
it to
it's
you on here
important.
too.
Yeah.
And
Fikowski knows he fucked up, by the way. He's not stupid. Like, in hindsight, he wishes he could take those demands back. He's like, fuck, that was a mistake. Like, he's not dumb.
I didn't realize the cameras. I thought we'd start with it, but I
Yeah.
didn't realize the cameras were.
No, we had
let's
to
get out of the way.
ease you into it, you know, make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I don't mind. No, I think
and
it's
then
important.
get right behind him.
God, I love Rich.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I was thinking about this, and I wanted to give you a chance to say it here because people think we're assholes. People think Sevon's guys are assholes, and
You don't think we're assholes?
No, nobody thinks you're an asshole, Rich. And if they do, they're retarded. Like, they're on trend. Everyone loves you, Rich.
And a lot of us are, somewhere
assholes.
we are, or somewhere in between at least. And
You guys might want to be assholes, but you're not assholes.
Like we can like, I mean, we talk on the phone a lot after this, and I
Yeah.
feel like we had very mature, level-headed conversations.
And when he says they talked on the phone, they did not talk on the phone. Angelo is not. That's not characterized correctly. Angelo held the phone this far away from his head. I have not talked to Angelo about this, but I know it's true. And Fikowski talked nonstop. Fikowski can do circular breathing when he talks. He can talk like he plays the fucking didgeridoo. Everyone knows that. He can just fucking talk and talk and talk, and then he doesn't. He talks while he breathes in too. He can breathe. He can talk while he's inhaling and exhaling. And everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Never answering when Fikowski calls again.
And we disagreed fundamentally on everything that post really was.
Sure.
And I feel like, and I don't understand why we can't do it here too.
That's
like,
great.
I mean,
Yeah. I can go.
Go
Yeah,
for
right.
it.
Sorry. I heard
I'm just
I heard
excited
an
now.
inhale. Yeah. I mean, so at the games this year, right? Lazar drowned.
Yeah.
Myself and most of the other athletes swam over his body. So there is like emotion attached to that. But our response to that
And not but and
was objective and logical based on the facts that we had and have. And we're looking for accountability and responsibility from the leadership and from everything that I understand and that we continue to understand. Like, leadership in this case is a singular person who has the authority to decide whether an event occurs or not, and that's Dave Castro. And we felt like with an avoidable death, from everything that we can see and everything we understand.
so Fikowski drowned. Lazar Jukic drowned. He wants someone to be responsible, and yet he will never ever. And it's pure emotional cowardice. It's just pure cowardice. He will never ask. He will never look at the other side. He will only say there should have been more lifeguards. Check. We all agree on that. And he made the implication here that maybe the event wasn't safe. Well, he never will mention that Lazar did the event 2 or 3 days earlier with his brother. Everything went fine. He'll never mention that Lazar, even after testing the event out once, right before the event, said he's going to win the event. It's just, it's completely insane, the leaps he makes and the disingenuousness in his comments. No one's disagreeing that Dave should be looked at, and that whole squad should be looked at. And it should be figured out what could have been done to get him out of the water faster. But you never ask the other side. You just immediately mischaracterize what happened and then push forward with it. And that's why everyone hates you, dude. You're in the feel world.
Tragedy and an accident, certainly not on purpose by
Right.
any stretch of the imagination.
You know what you're doing? You're making a mockery of his death. You're leveraging his death for your own emotional gain. You're leveraging his death for your own gain. There's nothing sincere, honest about what you're doing. That's the frustrating part, dude. There's a whole picture here. There's a group of us who are willing to look at the whole picture, and you're only willing to look at one half.
With an avoidable death, from everything that we can see and everything we understand.
Avoidable in what way? They shouldn't have done the swim. He should have swam in a cage. You've never even asked what happened to him. You never mentioned the Burj Khalifa incident that he had.
Tragedy and an accident, certainly not on purpose by
Right.
any stretch of the imagination.
Well, that was that hard to say? Good job. Yeah, not on purpose.
We needed accountability and responsibility. And if I'm wrong about that, like if there were really quality safety measures in place, right, and all the emergency action plans were followed to a T, that's where transparency comes in. That was the second part, right, of our response, which is we want transparency in the investigation. We were promised that, right? I think athletes want that. I don't think there's any disagreement there within the community. We wanted transparency, and we weren't given that. And I wonder why.
All fair questions. Completely fair. We would like to know more. You do understand though that it's all on them. Like they own all that. They're not doing anything illegal. But I agree. I want to know all that too. I'm dying to see the report too.
You don't have any transparency. And the third thing is moving forward, what can we do to make sure that never happens
It
again?
never happens again.
Right.
No, you don't care. You don't care about that. We've already established that you don't care about that because one person out there drowned and you're never looking at you've never asked yourself that question. When you sign up to do the CrossFit, the CrossFit Open, there's something in there that says that you have to get clearance from a doctor. There's something along those lines in the writing that you had to have gotten a certain checkup. It's some legal mumbo jumbo.
And like we're gonna have accidents, right?
Yeah.
People are gonna roll an ankle, people are gonna get really hurt. I don't want to do burpees and bubble wrap. I don't want to, I mean, this air conditioning.
Well, there's athlete, responsibility and part of it too. Of not saying that once again, because me and Angelo have different perspective. We were both emergency response. We've been in those situations and we know it shouldn't have never happened, right? But if you and the hard part for me is I wasn't there. But watching the live stream, there were 2 people within however many. So to me that, and I don't know their qualifications and because there's no transparency again.
And it could be, just again, human error, which is possible. At the same time, there were athletes that were struggling and looking around and there was no one there. Yep. Or an athlete was on a paddleboard and said, I think I want to pull out. Like I'm struggling here. And they radio in and they say, if you pull out, your competition's over. So as an athlete, you're deciding and PFAA has brought up minimum work requirements and the removal of those.
Yep.
And they were never willing to make a commitment to just remove those, especially in safety. But there's other there's other reasons for that as well.
Yeah.
So, we're looking for collaboration moving forward where athletes can bring up concerns. And really we want independent safety.
Athletes can bring up concerns. They've always been able to bring up concerns. He's completely mischaracterized it. Athletes have brought up concerns. They do bring up concerns. There's shitloads of athletes who brought up concerns. And there's never been hey, you're not allowed to bring up concerns.
Experts that can take action and override the competition. And from their response in November CrossFits, we still don't have that. The sport team makes the final call, from my understanding.
The sport team should make the final call
on what happens at competitions. I could be incorrect there. You're on the safety board.
Yeah, the safety board.
Dude, you just bring.
But let me also say this. Dave has never pushed back on the safety board. I'm going to repeat that again. Dave has never pushed back on the safety board. So, of course, the sports team has the final say. But he has never pushed back on the safety board. Ever. They've never asked for something and not received it. Never. Not once in 20 years. Never. Once again, Fikowski, for the fucking 15th time in 30 seconds has mischaracterized the event. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Drink Brent's water.
No, I got one.
Yeah, dominance, man.
It's like stealing my chalk on a rope.
Asserting dominance. There's been a lot of talks. It is external. Like there's a lot of people that are on that board.
Yeah,
that are not we're not getting paid by CrossFit. They're paying for, I think, our flights and stuff like that. So there's a lot of independent.
That was crazy. Someone in the Andrew Hiller post, I can't remember if it was Emily or not. I don't remember, but someone suggested that Hiller gets paid by CrossFit. Oh, fuck. You guys, you have to, I mean, I know 241 of you know, and one of you don't know who's listening right now, but I don't even know if Andrew's going to get media pass this year. Andrew spends 50% of his time holding CrossFit underneath a fucking microscope. Anyone who thinks that anything that Andrew does is personal, or anything that any of us do is personal, like we full time fucking swim in the waters of this fucking space, of the CrossFitter space. We swim full time in CrossFitter space, full time, from the second we wake up in the morning to the second we go to bed, and we just look for stuff to make content about. Stuff that inspires us, stuff that excites us. And no one is safe. You think Andrew, just think how retarded it is to think Andrew Hiller went to fucking Canada and made a video on some no-name fucking chick named Erica Folo. You think he's motivated by fucking money? I haven't spoken to Andrew about this, but what I'm assuming he thought is like, wow, I'm up for the challenge to find some no-name fucking athlete that no one knows that has less than fucking 5,000 Instagram followers, and fucking Will Leahy. Andrew attached his wagon to fucking Will Leahy. How much do you think Will Leahy and Erica Folo are fucking paying Hiller? I mean, you're out of your fucking mind saying stuff like that. CrossFit, I can speak to you with 100% certainty that CrossFit has never paid me or Andrew or anyone I know to do jack shit. And a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. It's very contentious, and there's a lot of debate. Matter of fact, just yesterday I heard from someone at CrossFit about a bunch of people at HQ who were just hating on me for the syndicate stream and the NorCal stream. Like you're out of your fucking mind if you think that that's happening. I don't know how I ended up on that tangent. Something in here caught my attention on that. Daniel Garrity, Emily Kaplan asked whether Jenna Haka wanted to comment on CrossFit's payroll dedicated to, Hiller's attacks. Jenna Haka doesn't even know who the fuck Emily Kaplan is, and I'd be willing to bet. And you're out of your fucking. I mean, what kind of fucking paranoia do you fucking have? All I can think is when people say stuff like that, they must be projecting. They must think, oh, I would never do anything if it wasn't for money. So they must be projecting, right? Pat Lang, hating on you is understandable. Check. You're a douche at times. Check. Hiller is great and is 100% positive for CrossFit. You're a fucking asshole. He should get paid by HQ. I agree. The common misconception, if someone is popular on social media or covered in the news, they are paid. I've been accused of being paid for all my press and haven't made $1. Oh yeah, like you're on some sort of like libtard fucking LGBTQ payroll, right? Like you're a stooge. I could totally see people accusing you of that, Joe. Totally. It's why does Vindicate, why does Metfix make this big IG push, but Greg never talks about it when he's on here weekly? It's a great question. Sevi, when is the Joe and Jeremy dating show? What would that be called? Sevon is Jealous? I would narrate it. You know what? Joe and Jeremy could go on a date and I could be in the van. You know what I mean? Like on one of those dating shows and they have the cameras on them, but I'm in the van, like commentating.
It is external. Like there's a lot of people that are on that board.
Yeah,
that are not in. We're not getting paid by CrossFit. They're paying for, I think, our flights and stuff like that. So there's a lot of independent, and there's a lot of sharp people on that safety board. So, you know, the hard part, I've seen it when it was Wild West.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, like to hear that, you know, and some of the language I don't remember, but Dave has come a long way from 2010. You know, like I remember my
Yeah, he's turned into a soft little pussy who's been neutered by Rosa and Dawn and Berkshire. That when that's what Rich is saying when he's come a long way. Rich likes it. Rich likes a neutered, pussified Dave. I hate it. The downfall of CrossFit.
first interaction with Dave after regionals was we were walking out before, they sequestered us in a room and pulled us out 6 or 7 at a time, and they just disappeared and you never saw them again, and you just hear people yelling up on the stadium, like and my first conversation with Dave was like, hey, put your shirt back on, it's pretty effing hot out there, like that. Like that was my first safety advice from Dave, and he's come a long way, and I feel like as a sport we've come a long way. You can't excuse a death though, and I 100% agree with that. So yeah, man,
you can't excuse a death. I really don't want to be critical of my boy Rich. I don't even fucking know what that means. You can't excuse a death. Hey, listen, the week after the CrossFit Games in Spain, 2 triathletes died in the same fucking event, in the same fucking swim. Another couple weeks after that, in a bike race, a fucking 14-year-old prodigy bike racing girl crashed into a tree and fucking died. It's like, I could look up right now and find a death that happened yesterday in some sporting event. Like I don't even know what that means. And no one did excuse the death. So but I can give Rich some wiggle room here, just because he's Rich.
It's hard. It's once again, you guys calling for transparency, I think that's huge. But the demand of like one person
you better find another word, because that word's played out. You better find another word besides transparency. That's played out. That doesn't mean anything anymore. That's just a fucking talking point. Oh, don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Pat Lange, the Rich Froning whisperer. He's going to tell us what Rich meant. Thank you, Pat. Rich means that somebody needs to be held accountable, not necessarily a firing, but the investigation wasn't even released. It's a bad look and screams cover up. Well, thank you.
take full responsibility for it until we saw. But I mean, hell, we still haven't seen.
Still haven't seen.
So
again, from everything we understand, right? It's
right.
like, so
Pat, when are you guys going to do the investigation on what the fuck's going on with all the athletes? The Masters athlete that had a stroke at the games, Emily Rolfe's arm, Maddie fucking Rogers, Riley Martin, Lazar Jukic at the Burj Khalifa. When are you guys going to be like, hey, how did all this shit start happening after 2020? How about that? You don't think? And the list goes on. There's more. Marsden Sawyer had a heart attack. We got our own beloved Scott Schweitzer got a fucking ticker issue. How about that? How about that? None of that shit was happening before 2020.
You know, we took strong action, right? And if we'd taken no action, we'd have criticism. If we took even stronger action, we'd have
Bailey Martin. What? Why is that funny? Isn't that his name, Bailey Martin? Riley Martin? Ricky Martin? The fuck's his name? It's Bailey Martin. Isn't it? You said Riley. As opposed to what? Oh, I said Riley Martin. Oh, whatever.
So, you know, we took strong action, right? And if we'd taken no action, we'd have criticism. If we took even stronger action, we'd have criticism. If we took somewhere in between, there'd be criticism.
That's bullshit, dude. He's saying that if the PFAA wouldn't have taken strong action, they would have got criticism. Dude, the PFAA is just a fucking stack of papers in your drawer, dude. It's nothing. It holds no fucking water. There's fucking 6 of you who have Instagram accounts over 500,000 people. You've done nothing. I should have worn my PFAG shirt today. Listen, I have a significantly greater right to being the fucking PFAA than you do, Brent, or any of your fucking people. I have fucking more experience, more knowledge, and put more effort than any of you have, than all of you have combined. What the fuck are you even talking about? You hold no validity except for the fact that you have as much validity as being a heart surgeon that you do being involved in the PFAA. What, just because you competed in fucking a dozen games?
And I can take it. I can take that criticism.
Well,
good.
As what
You don't have a choice. What do you mean you can take that criticism? You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Don't act like you have a choice.
where you stand, you're in a tough position to, if like you basically, you just said, you have to do something. Like you are in that position where you have to do something, and maybe it's just your own personal convictions where you feel like I have to do something, whether I'm this person, the head of this thing, when you made the demands, and it's frustrating in your position where you've said this stuff and you want these things to happen. And if
Did you notice Angelo DiCicco is scratching his palm? I want to tell you something about palm scratching. It is the most underutilized place to tickle people. So I do that to my kids all the time, scratch their palms. It drives them fucking mad. So you can scratch your own palm, but someone else can't scratch your palm. It's like the bottom of your feet. There you know. Now you know. Probably the only person on planet Earth that knows that.
it feels like, okay, now it's like, all right, I'm going to say this and we're going to get the ball rolling. And then it's like, nothing's happening. And then nothing's happening. But I do feel like the path that you're on right now with the movement list, though it in the grand scheme of things may seem small, but that, like I said, it is a snowball effect. Like you get Wodipalooza SoCal in it, and you get these other mid or high level competitions, and then you have like 3 semifinals on it. And then it's so good that everyone's like, oh man, like,
Yeah,
like getting a lot of
you get the public
buy-in.
force versus when you make a demand.
Yeah.
But there was no consequences to said demand, was
Well,
there?
I just feel like it just doesn't.
How are things go? I mean, not specifically. We were trying to just take a really strong stance. We don't have like $1 million in the bank.
No, I agree. I know that's a hard, and so that was the hard part.
No, you don't have $1 million in the bank. You have 3 sheets of paper in your drawer.
You know, back when I could, back in my day, you know, we talked about, and it was way different climate at the time, right? So, you know, we were in infancy. You know, there was probably 10 or 12 of us.
Bukowski's still confused that he thinks this is a sport. He needs to go listen to Sousa's talk on how it's just a test of fitness. There aren't any pro athletes. It's just a bunch of testers. It's a bunch of people who want to take the test. You can take the test to be the fittest human being on the planet. And day 1 is of the CrossFit Open. And then if you're able to get through the hurdles of the test, you keep graduating until there's a culmination. And this year it takes place in Albany, and that's where the final test is given. That's all this is. It's better than sport. It's the test to crown the fittest person in the world based on Greg Glassman's CrossFit lifestyle methodology. Constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's better than sport. It's the test of fitness. And if you jump and it casts the widest net in the fucking world. Not like the NFL. You don't need any money. You don't need anything. You just need $20 and you can get in and start taking the test. The net's worldwide. Anyone on planet Earth, even off of planet Earth, anyone can enter it. The rules are you have to pay the $20. You have to meet the judging standards. And if you're a dude, you compete against dudes. And if you're a chick, you compete against chicks. That's it. And you climb up the ranks. And as it's gotten more intense, there's more and more judging requirements. There's videotaping requirements as you get further and further along the test. Although Kale Lehman didn't need those to make it to past where he was. That's all it is, people. And I'm going to tell you this. Listen up very closely, Mr. Froning and Mr. Fikowski and Mr. DiCicco. And if you want it to grow, there's only one way to make it grow. If you want to get more eyeballs on it. This is very, very insightful here. There's only one way. It's not more media. It's not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on media. That's not the way. The only way to make it grow is if more people do the open. That's not theoretical, like getting more media. The only way you can make it grow is if more people do the open. If 1 million people did the open, 10,000 more small news stations would cover it. 5,000 new sponsors would come in. 20 million more people would talk about it. And so if you're not pushing the open, you're not helping it grow. And if you're fighting against the open, you're trying to make it shrink. That's it. That's it. This is objective truth. There is no other. Everything else is just bullshit. Well, if we get so-and-so to do this and do that, and if we increase the prize money, and if we, you need the fucking affiliates to get behind it, because the people who are going to do the fucking event are inside of their gyms. That's it. That simple. You don't need a PFAA. When there's a tragedy, you don't act like a fucking 3-year-old and start attacking people within. Fikowski and the PFAA, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I'm sure a bunch of you have, but I used to walk when I went to UC Santa Barbara, I would walk by this house every day, and there would be this 6 dogs in this yard, and they would be behind a chain link fence. And when I would first walk up on the corner of the lot, the dogs would be barking at me. And always by the time I got to the end of the lot, the dogs would be fighting each other. So first they're barking at me, and next thing I know, they're fucking biting each other. That's Fikowski and the PFAA. As soon as there was a little trouble, they showed their true colors. They're the most out of touch people, the people at the tip of the spear. Like, hey, you have vacated your ability to lead or have any valid opinion because of where you've climbed up to on the mountain. That's the payoff. You're the least important to the movement. It's commensurate. Your success as an athlete is commensurate to what your opinion matters, but you have it backwards. You think your opinion matters more because of your success, but it matters less.
On each side, men and women that were regulars for 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, Josh, Dan.
But then there was such a high turnover behind us, which is still there. And so it was hard to like, all right, hey, can we take a stand? Or
Do you know what Dan was doing when he was competing for a job? Dan worked at Rogue, and he was on their customer service line. He sat in this room with 30 other people in front of computers, shoulder to shoulder, answering questions about why someone's dumbbells hadn't been delivered yet, or why their bar showed up damaged. And there would be events, and Dan wouldn't be able to get days off of Rogue and have to work instead of fucking going to the events. That's what Dan did. Those are Dan's humble roots. Dan Bailey's.
They just going to be like, cool, we'll get the next.
Yeah.
Now there's so many different competitions that
other
people can go to and make more money, or, but back then you had to win the CrossFit Games to make any money. And then if you didn't win the CrossFit Games, maybe a sponsor was mid-level or whatever. So it was hard.
So imagine it was twice as big back then as it is now. And the only way to make money was the games. And now these people are trying to wring even more out of the ecosystem, even though there's half as many people involved. It's fucking nuts. Rich just gave him a big dose of reality.
Yeah. You had to win the CrossFit Games to make any money. And then if you didn't win the CrossFit Games, maybe a sponsor was mid-level or whatever. So it was hard.
Was there a fear of like speaking out, do you think?
Not necessarily a fear of speaking out. Like we would talk to Dave pretty regularly.
Just knew it wouldn't do anything.
It wouldn't do anything some of the times.
Yeah, that's the narrative they love to push. That's the narrative they love to push. Think of it. Think of what a fucking, like, that narrative is so played out. Fisa Goffi got a road to the games even though she fucking asked for Dave to be fired. Like, shut the fuck up.
And our, early on for us, it was like, all right, hey, can we start some type of...
And there's endless examples of that. And hey, there's this narrative out there that like, Matt said that that the events or something. I don't remember exact Matt's words, but that basically he had intel that there were things put around him to make his journey more difficult. But also remember, Matt has admitted many, many times that he needs a villain in order to be motivated.
Insurance, can we have some
We're
type of
working on
fund if
something for
people
that too.
get
I'd love to talk to you
and
about
so
that.
that was
Yeah.
like with us, that was some of our biggest concern of like, how do we make this thing a viable thing over basically what you guys are doing now of like, you probably got 10-12 year window depending on what you got.
Yeah.
And
Athlete, yeah.
as an athlete, and then what can you relay that into future? And so how can I maximize that? When I was competing, you had the CrossFit Games, then I would train for the Invitational, which we competed against each other once, and then maybe twice, three times.
I think you got pulled in last second on one.
Yeah,
I think it was twice.
Yeah. And then
maybe East Coast Classic or something.
and then maybe East Coast Classic, but you weren't making any real money there.
No.
So and then you had
Just
open.
This is I'm glad Rich had him on. And Angelo and Scott and Rory, but it's all a waste of energy on the athlete's part. I heard Thomas Sowell make this analysis once that the reason why the Chinese are making twice as much as white people in the United States is because they didn't get involved in politics or civil rights. That they just put their head down and worked, and that's why they're doing so well in the country. Whereas the blacks and the Hispanics, they took the political route. They tried to go the politics way. And it ended up being a distraction, and there was nothing there, and so they suffered in that realm, thinking that they were going to fix the machine from within. And Greg has said it fucking a million fucking times. We're never going to fucking fix public policy. What the changes you want, you have to be those changes, and you have to be those changes. You're not going to make anyone else do them. And we heard Rich say recently that he didn't even know for sure that he would never have to go back to firefighting until 2021. And we heard Dana White say that being a UFC fighter is not a career, it's an opportunity. Oh, shit. This is amazing. If you just want to see people betraying themselves in their analysis, go over to Andrew Hiller's thread that he made, or a post on Instagram. Every single thing that anyone ever fucking accuses you of, remember there's a big chance, high rate of possibility that they're talking about themselves. Your wife thinks you're cheating on her, she's probably cheating on you. High rate. Or she wants to cheat on you. Someone's accusing Andrew of being on the take, they're probably on the take. They're completely motivated by money. It's fucking crazy. When I did that, when they raised affiliate fees, I did a show where I read off like all the reasons why they should be raised and all the reasons why they shouldn't be raised. I had people, I don't remember where I got them from. I think I asked people to send me in their reasons, and I read them all. And I was accused of being on the take from HQ because I was like actually listening to reasons on why they should be raised. What? Sevi accuses you of being a libtard. He's actually a libtard. Fair enough. Well done, Daniel. Put it into application. Accusations and stating facts are two different things. Thank you, but don't worry about Dan. Let Daniel have his moment. But I appreciate it, Darren. Let Daniel have his moment. Libtard thinking. Seb on that beard is coming in thick. I was actually thinking this morning, I was like, when am I going to enjoy it? Like when I see Rich has a beard, and I always think, man, that's really cool. I need to learn how to shave the sides like that. See how he shaved the sides and he keeps it like, I need to learn how to do that. Like make it Like Rich looks like an Egyptian character. Like, do I have to do something to my mustache, or I don't know. I should just like, I tried to shave the sides a little bit. I feel like mine just looks like pubic hair. Oh, here's another one. Listen, Pat, you just got fucking ass pounded, dude. Sevi accuses Fikowski of not caring. I'm not accusing him. I'm not accusing him. I'm stating. I'm saying he's not asking why. You're sometimes I'm sorry that I explain things to you. Shave the head and the beard. No, that's not what I did, Pat. But go ahead, keep trying. Moisturize and brush. Oh, here we go. Use a 5mm guard for the bottom and a 3mm guard down the side for your mustache. I don't want to shave the bottom. I wanted this thing to get like big and pointy. I want it to get like bigger. I want my beard to get bigger than my head. Rich shaves his balls too, 100%. Oh, by the way, there is a representative from Metvix coming on to the base show. I think it's on July 1st. Carl Stedman, who I have immense amount of respect for, fucking such a stud. He's except for the fact that he lives in England, European guy. Carl will be on Jake Chapman's show on July 1st. So you can go over there and ask him all the fucking questions you want. Stedman is the man. He is the man. I agree. Sevon's most persistent projection involves supposing all men are crude, self-indulgent perverts, titillated by fifth-grade humor. Is it true? Not that I project that, but is my assessment true? That's what I want to know. Is it true? Anyone? Clock? Is it true? Clock? Hello? Hello? Oh, it's not true. Okay. All right. Fine. Then it is a projection. All right. All right. So be it. Oh, that sucks. I had a great Caitlin Clark fucking video, and it's been pulled down off of Twitter. That fuck. Damn. Saved by the Bell. Yes, my friend, speak to me.
Think she's hot?
Pardon me?
You think she's hot?
Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
No, not even a little bit. I don't find her even. It's crazy too, because normally I would think that no matter how ugly someone is, if they had the skills that she did, I would be attracted to him. But I do not find her attractive at all. Like zero. Like I can't give you. I'm just not. I mean, I don't think she's ugly. She does nothing for me. Like that other chick that she fights with, the Kathy and Regis chick, the Regis girl. I don't know.
Reese?
Yeah.
Reese?
Yeah, like I'd love to, like in my heyday, have done 5 hits of Molly and fucking taken a bath with her. But I don't find.
Oh, yeah, I'd bend that one over and show her the 50 states real quick.
Oh, I'd bring a fucking.
Follow-up question.
I'd bring a ladder and just climb all over her.
I just got a visual of you doing that.
Fucking glazer face,
think,
and I'd glaze her face and seal those giant fake eyelashes shut to her face.
Oh my Yeah, 1999, bro. Is Caitlin Clark lesbian?
I don't know. No, I think someone told me she rides the cock.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, like I've been watching the WNBA clips I've been seeing. I've made a lot of jokes about the WNBA, and the other day I was at my house and I was watching the UFC. Listen, I put the UFC on at my house, and I had a buddy over and he has 2 kids. I put the UFC on at my house. I got up, I grabbed something to eat or went to the bathroom, and I came back and the fucking basketball game was on. It was the Indiana versus something. I'm like, "Hey, why'd you change that? You don't want your kids to accidentally see the UFC?" He goes, "No." I'm like, "Oh my God, you fucking faggot." But anyway, but he's my buddy since like the 6th grade. So I didn't say anything. And I watched the game, and it was this game that Caitlin Clark was in. And in the first half, she made 5 3-pointers, and her record was 7 in one game. And I couldn't fucking believe what I was seeing. She was like the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. She was better than any dude I had ever seen. It was fucking nuts. I have the respect I have for her is like, it was nuts. Wait, hold on. Say that again. Say that again. Hello?
She is great, but she looks that good because the rest of the league sucks. If you watched basketball back in the NBA back in the 60s or whatever, you saw Wilt Chamberlain putting up monstrous numbers. Dude's 7 feet tall, and the rest of the league is 6'3". You know, like, of course he's going to do good. So I don't want to take anything away from Caitlin, but she does that well because the rest of the league is dog shit. So
I mean,
no
she was blowing my mind. Her rebounding, her passing, her shooting, inside, outside. And dude, she doesn't just like, I know most people probably know this who know the sport, but I don't know the sport. But her 3-pointers are like it's not like she goes right up to the line and shoots. She's like shooting in between half court and the 3-point line.
Yeah, that's like, wild to watch that. As a coach, you're ripping your hair out. Like, what are you doing? And then it goes in, and you're like, all right, great shot.
And she shoots. When I was a kid and I used to watch basketball, there was this guy, John Stockton, and I didn't even understand how he shot the ball. It was like retard, but he was so good at shooting. She doesn't even shoot like a regular person. She doesn't her shot's not even pretty. It's like she's shot putting. It's like she pushes the ball. I don't understand her shit at all, but it's amazing. I like her a lot. Like a lot.
I like her her game's good based on what the league is trying to do to her. The girls are trying to do to her, and she's still kind of persevering through it. I think that's pretty dope. You know, but the person would give it up.
But I think but she has zero sex appeal. Like I think I could be trapped on an island with her and not have sex with her.
I believe you up until that point, because I mean, at some point, you got your needs. You see this.
I think I would have sex in an all-male prison, but I think I'd have sex in an all-male prison before I was attracted to Caitlin Clark.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I mean, I believe you, I guess now.
Sevi the Glazer, my man. About time you donate money. It's been a long time. Okay, go ahead, Jeremy.
Have you ever had a faux hawk? Have you ever tried that haircut? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Look it up.
No, faux hawk?
It's like, obviously, mohawk is, so it's like a faded mohawk, I guess you can call it. Look it up. Have you ever tried this look?
No.
I feel like with the beard, it would play.
Faux hawk. Okay, I see it.
See it?
Yeah, I see it. I see the faux hawk.
You gotta give that a try.
I really I'm trying to grow my hair long again. I want to go for the Jesus look. I want to look like Jesus. I want to get my hair I want to get my hair like long, and then I want to lose like 20 pounds, like where I'm emaciated.
Dang.
And just walk, and then get a robe, like a
What do you wear right now?
And a stick. I'm wearing underwear and CEO shirt.
Oh, what do you weigh right now, you?
Oh fuck, I'm big, dude. I'm like 169. My arms are huge right now. My arms and my chest. I'm thick.
I wouldn't think that's big.
I'm really 170. I just can't bring myself to say it.
Yeah, 169 sounds cooler anyway.
Yeah, I'm thick. How much do you weigh?
210. I'm way too sick, man.
Holy shit! Can you hear that dinging?
No.
Oh, the work phone here just got about 75 text messages straight.
Oh. What are they from? Like people trying to.
No, they
Call,
all say they're all
kill
security
Taylor?
codes. It says moving appointment, your security code, and it's just a shitload of security codes. It's weird.
Someone's watching you, man.
Hmm.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're going to tune in later for Pat Lang on the Glidden podcast, where it'll be the first time the girls contemplate suicide on live podcasting.
Because Pat's a guest.
Yeah.
He's a good guest, though. I watched that last show he
know-
was on. It sucks how good he is. He's really good.
I know. I'm giving him a hard time. It's funny, like in the chat, it's like, all right, Pat. we
I
get
wish
it.
he sucked.
Yeah, and on air, it's like, all right, I can listen to that. But in the chat, it's like there's two different Pats. There's Pat on the podcast, and there's Pat in the chat. And Pat in the chat, gotta chill, bro. Gotta chill.
He has
Ain't working.
he has some sort of hiccup in his thinking when he's in the chat. Like there's some sort of a logic piece that he skips. Like there's like, I want to give an example. I don't want to be vague. Like this whole thing, like he thinks like if you say to someone, if I saw a girl and I was like, she's fat, right? And she was like 200 pounds overweight. Pat would be like, oh, does that mean that you're fat since you called her fat? Because you said that when you say something about someone, it's also about you. And it's like, holy fuck, dude. Do I have to really explain this to you? It's like,
Right.
it's more than a leap. He missed the mechanism of how projection works. He's like confused. I think he's like, he's got like a woman libtard brain where it's like he's confused between his thoughts and reality. It's weird.
I was going to make a comparison between someone dies at the CrossFit Games and then Ben Bukowski asks for the director of the games to be fired when the director of the games, I guess you can, we can point fingers at everybody, but the director of the games didn't kill a guy, but they don't want to talk about the other part of how that guy died or what caused it, stuff like that. But that's the kind of leap that makes. There's really no, it's like you have a thought, and he types it out. There's no like, let me break this thought down for even 5 seconds and realize, I'm not making the best decision. He just goes with it, which, hey, I give him credit for. It's not sure, but man, be more Pat on the podcast, Pat, in the chat.
It's weird. There's something definitely amiss. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Are you guys paying Pat to be the way he is?
Yeah, I pay Pat to actually.
That's what it is.
I pay Pat. And hey, here's the thing. It's not absurd to look to Dave to be accountable and responsible. Like no one's batshit crazy for being like, hey, I want to see the fucking report. And I think that whoever's in charge needs to be responsible for this, and we need to hear from them. But there's also this piece that we're all CrossFitters, and this was a tragedy. And as soon as something went wrong, you're leveraging it to further an agenda that you've already shown your hand on for the last fucking 10 years. I mean, if I were to say who are the biggest crybabies in the CrossFit space, I mean, you put Fikowski, Fikowski and Vellner just skyrocket to the top of the list. And
they wouldn't be at the top of the list had they actually put thought into what they were trying to do before they did it.
Right. I've never seen a phone do this. This phone is just look at these are, I don't know if you can see, these are just text messages coming into this phone nonstop, the work phone. Can you see that?
Wow. No, I can't see it right now.
Oh.
I wonder what caused that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're just pouring in.
Are those charges for your porn sites? Is that what it is? Just bling.
There's security codes. Someone must be trying to hack something right now, and that they've used this phone number for security codes to come to. It's so crazy. This phone has received is receiving a text message every second, every half a second, to a second. It's gonna drain my fucking battery.
Are you gonna?
Oh,
post
and the number that I
Joel?
got, and the number that I got before this, it says, "Thank you for submitting your request for a quote for moving." So someone must, I don't know, maybe someone used this phone number for something. I don't know.
Yeah, they probably put in the wrong number of you.
Or it's someone just fucking with me. The Liver King fucking with me.
He got arrested
Yeah, it does look like he got arrested.
for what?
He for like 3 days he's been talking about how he's going to go to Austin and fight Joe Rogan, man to man. And and then he made a bunch of videos of himself showing up in Austin. His poor wife and his poor kids, they must be seeing him go crazy. Hey, what happens? I should actually ask Andrew this. I wonder if he's going to go through withdrawals when they put him in jail.
Oh, it's gonna. Yeah, that you could ask anybody that knows anything about steroids and that sort of thing. It's like putting a crack addict in jail. Like he's not gonna have a good time.
Do you think that also happened to Diddy too? Do you think when Diddy went to jail, he just fucking went through crazy shit?
My guess is Diddy is so well connected that he was still getting his shit while he was in jail.
Yeah.
But if not, then yeah, I'm sure there's some level of losing your mind because you ain't taking the same. Yeah, I mean, Liver King is. I hate to say it, but I feel like dude's on his way out, and it's like he's trying to make that happen fast.
Oh, you mean like die?
Yeah, I think I don't. I mean, I can't explain his behavior any other way than that. Like he's trying to commit the most off-kilter suicide we've ever seen because his behavior is wild, like brain damage wild.
He doesn't want to leave his kids and his wife.
That's part. Hey, man, like somebody who knows people who've been through that. That's part of the thing. You feel like they're better off without you because you just crossed the crazy bridge and you can't find your way back. So you're like, all right, they're better off without me. I'm gonna just peace out here. And what else is there to explain about this dude? He has gone ape shit crazy. Like it's sad, man.
Holy shit, Fee Saghafi looks fucking incredible.
In the Road to the Games, or is that
I'm looking at Hiller's video. I cannot, but her quads and her ass are nuts.
she's a good looking lady, that's for sure.
She looks strong as shit. Jason needs to get.
Ladies, when are you gonna have,
Jason needs to get some vitamin D.
Joe Ellis.
You versus Jason needs some sun. Holy fuck, he's white.
His blonde hair ain't helping him. Makes him even whiter.
Yeah, get a fucking tan. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
All right, Doc. I'll talk to you later, Pete.
Okay, bye. Allison NYC, where's all this anger coming from? Coming from. Seems personal. Dude, it's all Greg. Why are you stressing about the branding or the platform? I don't think Hiller's angry or stressing. Extra slop. I think it's totally okay for Metfix and the Big W to move in on CrossFit. I don't think Hiller is saying that he has any issues with the Big W or Metfix moving in on CrossFit or whatever they're doing. I don't think that's his point at all. He's gone full Ace Ventura. He's not wearing pants or underwear. I think he is wearing. I think I do see some pants down there, but I always think of Met RX protein brand whenever I hear about Metfix. Athena Perez, spot on Hiller. Keith Knapp, spot on Hiller. Taylor Self, so all of Hello? Hello?
Please press any key to be connected to an agent to assist you.
Oh, I got this thing. It says your Tinder code. Someone signed me up for Tinder. Is that the dating app? Is that the gay dating app? Hey. Hello?
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Did you see Mandami won the primary in New York for the Democratic Party?
Oh my God. Are you fucking serious?
Cuomo had like a double-digit lead like a month ago. He lost yesterday.
Oh my God.
You know how it happened?
Is that why David Weed said how long before the Muslims take over fucking?
Oh, it's awful.
Oh my
You know what?
God.
You know what the commercials were doing?
What?
The
I mean,
commercials were
Cuomo
saying
sucks
that,
too. Cuomo sucks. But go on.
yeah, but Mandami's way worse. They were linking Cuomo with Trump. They said the same donors that donated for Trump's reelection were the same people that were donating to Cuomo. That totally turned people off. And Mandami won.
He's a Democrat socialist.
You know what's crazy? The only out that New York has now is by electing Adams as an independent.
And he's borderline retarded. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I just think he's a really low IQ individual.
I just spoke to someone in the NYPD, and they said they're going to have to endorse Adams.
Of course they're gonna have to. He will get rid of the police in New York City, Mondani.
I know your Instagram is backed up, but I just sent you an IG message. Mandami was interviewed and said if Netanyahu steps foot into New York, he'd have him arrested. It's crazy.
Man, dude. Let me see that.
I just sent it like 5 minutes ago to your IG.
Is it crazy how many libtard Jews there are? Like, what do they hate themselves?
These people keep voting the worse of a candidate that you get, the more they want to vote for them. You're going to be watching a social experiment happening in real time starting when this guy gets elected.
Pro-Hamas socialist, likely next New York City mayor, vows to arrest Netanyahu. This is nuts, dude. Holy shit. Here we go. Listen.
Danny, would you welcome Prime Minister Netanyahu to New York City for whatever he comes for, given the US is not a signatory to the ICC, so he can travel to the US, unlike a lot of other countries. Would a Mayor Mamdani welcome Benjamin Netanyahu to the city?
No. As mayor, New York City would arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. This is a city that our values are in line with international law. It's time that our actions are also.
Even though the US is not a signatory to the ICC?
No, it's time that we actually step up and make clear what we are willing to do to showcase the leadership that is sorely missing in the federal administration.
And Mayor Mamdani, would you welcome?
Holy fuck, this guy's a one world order motherfucker.
Yeah, it's going to be bad, man. I'm telling you. Step in and watch your ride.
Oh, man. New York's toast. Oh, my
that lives in New York, other than the Clintons.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to Albany, New York, the home of the sanctuary cities. I think I'd share that.
America is not falling, David. Suck a dong. Suck a dong, 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 dong.
Just shut up, David.
Oh, man. Pat Lang said something totally inappropriate. Jesus. Oh, yeah. So someone is fucking with this phone.
What the hell is that? They're like sending you like mad text messages?
They're just signing this phone up for all sorts of weird shit. Like all of a sudden this phone has gotten like it's getting all these political things and donor requests, and there's a Tinder account attached to it now, and a moving company and insurance advertisements, just all this shit's This phone since 8:13 a.m. this morning has gotten. I wonder if it'll tell me exact. Probably 1,000 text messages. I just turned the volume off on it.
Sit, put on mute.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, David.
David doesn't have the passion to do that. Oh, Greg, where's Greg? Greg is his dog got sprayed by a skunk. Maybe we'll have Greg on tomorrow. I should text him and see if he'll come on tomorrow. What was I doing? Oh, I was going through all these posts with Andrew.
All right, have fun.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Taylor Self, so all of the context for MetFix is old CF1 material. True. The barbell spin, now do fitness projects. Dr. Luke, I love you, but your takeaway is completely wrong. How do I mute that? I wonder if I can mute that. Exogenous carbs are made through photosynthesis. All of this is self-serving. YouTube influencers are self-serving. You're saying a lot, but not saying nothing. The clown is coming. Hey. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because of me.
Oh,
they hacked your phone.
Oh, you signed me up for a Tinder account?
No, I didn't sign you up for anything.
Oh.
It's the deep state. The deep state. So I forgot to tell you about the binders for the oregano oil and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get charcoal. You get some charcoal from your wood stove. You smash it up and take a spoon and eat it.
Wow.
With all that stuff I told you.
I can't do that.
Or you can get a pill, charcoal pill. There's chlorella, there's Shilajit. You can find all this in Health Primitive. You ever heard of Health Primitive? It's some lady that she sells the stuff.
Honestly, I used to agree with what you're saying, but as someone who's now at a MetFix affiliate, it's a way different stimulus. And then someone thought Travis Brault was being serious. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, you hear that pine needle tea can cure the heart attack.
Yeah, I've heard that about pine needle tea. Holy shit. This is...
You gotta get Dr. Group on. You ever heard of Dr. Group?
You guys, Travis Brault is joking here.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Sorry, dude. I'm like lost in La La Land enjoying this thread. A lot of people turned on Greg. I'm not surprised he's coming back at him in a way. I don't even know what the fuck are you talking about? What is he talking about? That's a take I hadn't considered.
Anyway.
Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, sure, but don't make it obvious. Oh God. Oh my goodness.
Did you hear the conspiracy theorist?
Which one?
Ricky from Boston.
Everyone wants to take back CrossFit. CrossFit kicked him out. CrossFit did not kick Greg out. You've aggregated. This is fucking insane, this thread. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm being rude. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's one guy. His name is Richie from Boston.
Yeah. What about him?
There's a ship in Puget Sound that was there. It was like 9/11. The 9/11 ship. Richie from Boston.
I have to call you back later. I need to go through this thread. I'm so distracted. I want to see if there's
Okay.
anything in here that's good. All right. I love you. Sorry. Bye.
Okay.
New opportunity to compete against MetFix. Call it BatFit. Just wait until the science and the metabolic flexibility gets debunked. Emily will shit. I hope this thing doesn't start going in circles. Oh, it did. Fuck. Is this thing just going in circles now? Oh, what's this guy say? Yes, it is CrossFit in the sense that they both use Greg's methodology and approach to nutrition. However, they can't call it CrossFit because they not own the brand anymore. And no, it's not the same as CrossFit is doing now, because under Greg, HQ main goal within the affiliate model was to fight against soda and corruption in science. No, none of that's true. Jesus Christ. There's a bunch of fucking stupid people Hiller caught in his net. This is crazy. What will MetFix affiliation do for you? It's not like when CrossFit started. It's new, very different counterculture. Now there's so many knockoff light versions of CrossFit. MetFix is CrossFit. On their site, they literally post CrossFit workout names and all. I suck at CrossFit, and I guarantee I'll suck equally at MetFix. I'm still rooting them on, but the past few posts have been a miss. Man, what a view if you're on the highway and look over at a shirtless guy with hand gestures talking to his phone. What? Here for the shirtless car rant. Big W versus CF versus MF. Jesus, criminy. Who cares? Greg's non-compete is up and he's doing something else. If folks want to affiliate and participate, good on them. MetFix is simply an evolved version with emphasis on a foundation of nutrition that CrossFit got away from. Maybe sit this one out and go judge some bad reps. Dude, CrossFit didn't have a nutrition cert from, I don't know, 2008 to 2024, and now they have a nutrition cert with someone who's eminently capable, who's been on the staff for super high respected person. I'm sure the MetFix people respect her too. Jocelyn's the shit. No one's and their nutrition person's as much of a Gregista as anyone. I don't understand these fucking takes. People are fucking retarded. I didn't hear anything that people these are two wrong fights you're picking and what seems no practical reason. Boy, oh boy. You guys don't know Hiller too well. Yeah, the accusations that he's on the take or that he's upset or that there's a fight or that hey dude, he's he makes editorials on everything in the space the same as I do. And you want a master's class on how to deal with Andrew Hiller or myself or others, look how Dave does it. You want to see how not to play with people, look elsewhere. This is zero personal for Andrew. This is, I mean, look at his fucking posts. Making content in his car because he's stuck in his car for fucking 12 hours. Showing Fisa Goffi and the boys doing staying healthy. Showing some soccer dude doing thrusters. A comedy skit of him getting drowned by Jason Hopper. Working with Tyson Bagent, guy who grew up in a CrossFit gym who's now, walk-on quarterback for the Chicago Bears, making fucking more money. Ass pounding Brian Friend. Doing Spiegel is the boss. Yeah. Mike DeVito, Hiller's simply doing what he does best, calling out things that people pretend aren't real, just like the no reps is why we love him and why he's important in the space. Hiller for Prez. Yeah. You named something, you said something there that's like, you got it, dude. You just fucking nailed it. Hiller's simply doing what Hiller does best, calling out things that people pretend aren't real or that people pretend are real. And yeah. Anyway, so many exciting things. Well, thank you. As I stumbled through this show today, holy shit. Keith Knapp, dude, do you know who Travis Brault is? Dude, I think you missed the context of what he was saying. I gave I gave rings to I gave my boy's old rings to a baby. A friend of ours who has a baby, and they're showing me the baby pulling the kid up on the rings. That means that's some good lineage. God, I wish I could just go fucking full unhinged for you guys. I mean, I could. I just don't want to. I am not the one on a payroll. I am not. They got an answer for that too. You're jealous that you're not on the payroll. Hey, listen, dude, if you're not on the payroll, you're jealous that you're not on the payroll. They got an answer for anything you say. All right. What is today? Thursday? Wednesday, garbage day. I took the garbage out last night. I can't. Not yet. I can't. Not yet. I have to time it. I have to be somewhat strategic about this. I have to play this smart because I just know too much shit to like. I know too much shit to just like. I'm trying to think of a good metaphor, like it would be unfair for me to weigh in. Hashtag I'm scared. I don't know if it's like I don't want to deal with the like even the most gentle thing I say is fucking nuclear. I have no small munitions in my arsenal. Yeah, pussy. Maybe I'm a pussy. Yeah. I have no small munitions. Anywhere I weigh in is nuclear. Like I can see around the corner and I don't. It's not. I don't know what the I don't know what the trade off. I don't know if I want regime change. So I don't know. But in my constitution of who I am, I really just want to just like let it rip. I don't even know where put on the glasses and let it rip. I don't even know where the glasses are. I took them somewhere on a trip, and then when I unpacked, they never made it back to this table. I have these like Unabomber glasses. I've created my own regime. Yeah. I have my own little fiefdom. It's fun. I got my house for the CrossFit Games. I signed a contract. The CFHQ will be paying me $100,000 to cover the games this year. Thank you. And then they'll be sending out a 4-page email letting them know that they're not affiliated with me at all. Hey, Clock. One really quick. Oh, it's the moving services. Hello? Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, who did you say this was? I'm sorry. One more time. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me there?
Oh,
Mr.
yeah. Now
Singh?
I can hear you. Sorry, my Bluetooth was just connecting. Sorry, go ahead. Who is this?
That's okay. This is moving APT, known as American Professional Transportation.
Yes.
We're calling about the move out to Bourbon, Missouri, Wisconsin.
So this morning, my phone got like hundreds and hundreds of texts saying moving appointment, your security code is, but I didn't sign up for a moving appointment. I mean, hundreds of texts, maybe 1,000 texts. Like it was texting 3 times a second forever. So I think someone's playing some sort of prank on me, and they signed me up for
Yeah,
some
I'm
moving
sorry, buddy.
services. That's okay. That
I'll
happens.
take you off my list. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh.
Ciao. All right. All right. I want to give you a really good metaphor. So you and your buddy, this isn't a good one, but here we go. You and your buddy are getting ready to go on a trip to Puerto Vallarta, right? And you found out his girlfriend's cheating on him. No, his wife. You find out his wife's cheating on him. Do you tell him before the trip and maybe he cancels? Or do you tell him when you're down there? So I'm just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, do you tell him now because it's the right thing to do? Or do you wait till you're down there for selfish reasons and tell him when you're down there, because then he goes fucking crazy and you're just fucking making bitches airtight everywhere you go. Spit roast. Oh, Clock, are you a man or a woman? Are you a man or a woman? Clock, were you the one that was telling me that I was projecting onto that all men are crude or something like that? I think it's important that I know if you're a man or a woman in order to see if the validity of your statement. Was it you or CrossFat that said that? You guys are the same person to me in my head. You tell him before. Yes, spoken like a true girl. Fuck that. Trans curious. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Down there so he can find some senoritas. Yeah. So what do you do? That's the So that's the situation I'm in. It's not a great metaphor, but it's like I only have one thing to say, and it's a fucking nuke. And but when do I say it? We'll have different outcomes. Do I do like, or do I not say anything? Mike DeVito, yes, you tell him there, and the whole crew benefits from his girl's transgressions. Mr. Chang, I heard a wild story yesterday of a friend in college who's in a sorority and never knew another girl was actually a dude until the tranny would go on dates with complained. Oh wow. Oh, Ryan, I tell him before so he can bring her younger, hotter sister. No, here's the thing. But what if your friend instead like tries to salvage the relationship and cancels the trip? You know what I mean? God, I can't fucking believe New York City might get a Muslim as a mayor. Oh my God. How do things like this even exist? Oh my goodness. Tyler, do you think this needs 40s though? 35s? Wow. And that's like an extended bed. Yeah, I guess that's nice. Little 4-inch lift. What's the deal? When I was a kid, like if you had God, that's ghetto inside though. God, old cars are ghetto. When I was a kid, body lifts were considered like shitty. Like if you didn't have a suspension lift, you weren't cool. Is that still accurate? Greg has this truck with 40s. He has a few trucks with 40s, and they're insane. I think that's what Gazan's truck that she crashed had 40s. So it's 60 grand. That's the same price if I got a new minivan. Damn. It looks like the back sagging a little bit. I don't really like that. Did anyone say that? Yeah, please get the band together to tear Froning Pod a new one. Why was it bad? I don't know. It seemed okay. I mean, I just watched a few minutes. Sevon needs an Outback bench seat. California won't allow real trucks like that. They're required a cuck version or 70% tariff. What's the deal though? You don't want a body lift, right? And that doesn't look like a body lift. I don't see the frame. You only want suspension lifts, right? God, my wife would look insane driving that. My wife has the craziest legs. When she got out of this thing, it would be nuts. Would Brent come on your show if you asked? I don't know. I don't. I think I've asked him on a bunch before, and he didn't want to come on. He was nice about it. He was very polite. He's always been very exceedingly nice to me. He's always been really good. He's always been cool. Imagine Sevon hopping out of that thing. What if I had like a little rolling ladder and I just kicked it and it just like rolled it rolled out the side. Yeah, my Ford was a F-250, had 40s before the meth head crashed into us. Yeah, he's very polite. And anytime I've been around Brent in person, he's I don't get any weird vibes from him. He's like Pat Land. He has like brain rot. You know what I mean? He's just missing a. It's so these people it's like these people who say it's exactly like this. I'll tell you this, and I don't mean to pick on Scott Panchik or there was someone else, some girl who recently said it too. Oh, the girls with the Brian's Bag of Toys podcast that those girls do. They conflate, like, they assume that the way they want CrossFit to be will also help it grow, right? So Scott wants CrossFit to be really family oriented, the presentation of it, and at the same time, he makes the assumption or like has it so bonded with that's also how it will grow and survive. Like they're not two distinct thoughts.
Wow. Greetings. I'm going to stop the show for Sevon. Power went out at his house.